If the cross is the exemplification of what human justice is, the resurrection is God's response. As Christians, we're called to nothing less than the continuation in phase of time of the earthly mission of Jesus. We make up in our own lives that which Jesus was not able to do. We go to the villages that Jesus did not visit. We work in the companies and participate in the town meetings. We're in the neighborhood associations and in PTA. We are in those places where Jesus himself wants to be. A community that is just is not only a community that's fair, it's a community where everyone is at peace with everyone else. Social justice is the Catholic Church's attempt to introduce the mercy and the love of Christ into all of human society. It's just a morning prayer, where you just see the sunset, and it fills you with great wonder, and it fills you with great enthusiasm, and it fills you with great energy, and you say, I want to be this channel of God's love. I really want God to flow through me into the world. And I mean this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. We're not called to superhuman goodness for a day. We're called to be this gentle presence of God in the world our whole lives long. So, my first sort of word of counsel to you would be, number one, as you engage in justice, the work of God's justice, you don't have to save the world. So, that kind of takes the pressure off us. You don't have to fix everything now. When Jesus is what you want, they say what it is they want. And Jesus affects the cure. But the cure is never only physical, it's never only psychological, it's always also social. Because in every single one of those cures in the Gospels, the person ends up standing in the center of the crowd.
PACT is actually an ecumenical group, so it takes place in many different, not just Catholic parishes, but in many different faiths. It takes place and they come together. So as in social justice, my mom is actually one of the founders of PACT. And how it started was just a group of people that got together in a house and they did what they called one-on-ones. They would go out and talk to people. And they would say, well, what's going on in your neighborhood? What are the problems that you have? And people would say different things. I mean, one of the first things they worked on was something as simple as a street light. Because there were kids dashing across, I don't know if you guys know Alamo Avenue, it's a big Florida street in San Jose. There's about 5 schools around there, and kids were dashing across the street, trying not to get hit by cars. And they were saying, we really get nervous because our kids, they don't have a street light. So they went out and got a street light. Another big thing that they worked on, as we're talking about practical things, is when we're all in tobacco funds, we got all this tobacco money from the state, and the city decided they were going to use it for certain things, whatever. And the PAC people got together and they said, we really think these tobacco funds should be used for children's health care insurance. Because they had a lot of people when they went and did their one-on-ones and they were saying, we're nervous, our kids don't have health insurance. And people don't realize that 80% of people that don't have health insurance are working class. It's not poor people. Poor people have Medi-Cal and Medicare. It's working people that don't have health insurance. And if they get health insurance, they don't necessarily have health insurance for their children. So we were hearing this from people, and then talking about, okay, so what is it that makes a difference with social justice? To me, what it is compassion. Compassion. It's a community and passion. And it means that you might sit there and think, what do I care? I got health insurance. What do I care? But then they decided that they were going to care. They were going to have compassion for other people. So they went and got together and they figured it out. They didn't just go to one night, they figured it out. They figured out it was going to cost $4.5 million to get children in the county of Santa Clara insured. We're the first county in the nation to get this done. And it's because a group of people got together and they said, we're going to figure it out. And they found out how much it's going to cost, what's it going to take, how much of these tobacco funds in the budget, they get the city budgets, they sit down, they talk to all the politicians, they have actions, what they call, we bring everybody together. They'll have actions that have 15, 2,000 people. You know, sometimes when you see the TV, you'll see this big community meeting. A lot of times that's packed. They're bringing these people together and saying, we care. We care about the situation, we want to do something about it, and they hold politicians accountable. That's social justice. That's action. And these are individual people. They're not trained, they don't have power. Most of the people are actually, just working class, or they don't have high positions, but they are empowered by their compassion. And they get things done. And I love PACs. I mean, I grew up in PAC, like I said, and, I've always been it since I was like a little kid and stuff, been involved with PAC.